guys, I'm Joanna, the owner and operator of Moxie Joe's, and this is your training video. We're gonna start in the kitchen because we start in the kitchen in every house that we clean. Here we go. I got my bucket at the side of the sink, a large dry rag, and a small dry rag. We're gonna look for the Bonami, the bristle brush, the green scrubby. Throw a little bit of that Bonami on the green scrubby. If there's anything in the sink we want to get out of the way, like the soap dispenser, there's this little food stopper here. We're gonna wet that green scrubby and scrub away. Now, some sinks you don't want to use anything abrasive on. It's pretty rare, but it will always be in your checklist. So it's another reason to look over your checklist before you start cleaning. We definitely don't want to damage any clients' sinks or anything in their house for that matter. Once you got that, rinse off the scrubby, rinse down the sink a bit. You don't have to get too detailed about rinsing because you're gonna run water through there multiple times. Then you were gonna want to throw that green scrubby on the stove because you're gonna use it on the stove later. Now with that bristle brush, you're gonna hit inside the drain, around the faucet, around the handles, anything with a little tiny crevice that the bristle brush can get in. I'm gonna go all around the sink, even behind the faucet. Then you're gonna rinse that off, throw it in your bucket. Now you've got a clean, let's rinse it out again. You've got a clean sink to work from. So grab that small dry rag, get it wet. Grab your all-purpose cleaner, spray it on one side a bunch of times, spray it on the other side a bunch of times, and then wring it out. Set it right here, and since you've got the cleaner out, you're gonna go over to the stove and spray it down because most stoves are pretty greasy, so this will kind of start sitting on it for a bit. Now you wanna set that bucket in the center part of the floor. It's close enough to where if you need to grab anything out of it, you can, but it's out of the way when you're cleaning the counters. Then you're gonna head back to the sink with the small dry rag. You're gonna wipe the whole sink down, faucets, everything. Then you're gonna hit it with the large dry rag. This pulls any lint off, gets all the hair up, makes it a finished product. You're gonna polish all the chrome up. We don't want any water stains, any streaking, any fingerprints. It needs to be nice and shiny. As you can see, I'm using both hands. That helps a lot with efficiency, and it's good for your body to work ambidextrously. Gonna wipe that down, and then putting this back. We wanna make sure the soap dispenser is nice and clean too. Okay, now that we got the sink, let's work on the windowsill. As you can see, everything to the left, I'm putting off to the left. Everything to the right, I'm putting off to the right. We're gonna wipe down that windowsill. Get in the track. If the track's really bad, you might need to use a bristle brush to clean it. And we're gonna spot clean the window. Now we don't do entire windows for clients at Moxie Joe's, but I do have a great window cleaner that we recommend. So just focusing on spot cleaning. You don't need to clean the whole thing. Now, if this rag starts to get a little too damp, go ahead and grab another one. Use as many rags as you need. That's not the problem. If it does get too damp, it's not gonna do as good of a job and it's gonna slow you down. So you might as well just go grab one. Place this back. And then anything that needs wiping down, go ahead and wipe it down before you place it back. And let's go ahead and give this bad boy a quick clean. Okay, now we're gonna clean in a circle around the kitchen. That makes it the most efficient. And even the pot itself, Give it a little rinse out if it needs it. If there's a little bit coffee at the bottom, it might even need a scrub. You might need to grab the green scrubby and get inside it. Use your discretion. If there's a little bit of coffee in there, please pour it out. Now we're going to slide these. Clean behind. Grab the dry rag. And then hit all these with that wet rag. As you can see, I'm trying to be as fluid as I can. Instead of stopping and starting, I'm going in one fluid, always thinking about the next step that I have. So this guy, there's a bunch of little crystals in it. We're gonna gently pour that out. We gotta wipe that down too. These are all the details that our clients care about. It separates like a typical clean when you're just cleaning your own home and a professional clean. All done. So since we're here, we're gonna hit the side and the front of the fridge because like I said, we're doing a circle. This makes it a lot more efficient and takes brain cells out of it. You just, muscle memory. Every time you go in a kitchen, you do a circle. We're gonna open the door of this, wipe out right here. Now we do offer cleaning inside of fridges, but it's up to the client. And when we do it, it's usually quarterly. So I'll let you know in advance if you're gonna clean the inside of the kitchen. But on a regular clean, we don't. So just get inside the door, right there. Then I'm gonna head over here. I see a light switch that needs some cleaning. So I'm gonna hit that a little bit. And a little bit right around the wall. Now we don't have to hit the whole entire wall unless the client's requested it, but if there's some spots right around the light switch, fingerprints and such, we want to hit that. This can all be very monotonous, but when you do it over and over and over, it just becomes muscle memory. If you do it the same way every time, and you're gonna get better and better at your job. Better you get your job, more money you make. It's a win-win. All right, so produce bowls, I do want you to take them out and usually it's just like a little bit of the layers of the onion or whatnot, but with the dry rag, I do want you to wipe it out. Doesn't have to take too long, but makes a difference. And everything needs to go back the way it was. All right, got the cutting board. These can sometimes be heavy, and obviously this one stays on the counter all the time, but you still want to slide it, because as you can see, once I slid it, it was dirty around there. You don't necessarily have to take it all the way off into another counter. As long as you slide it around and get around all the edges, you're good. Okay, now we're at the stove. It's kind of its whole other entity into itself. If you need to, you can pull all these burner handles off. You don't always need to do that, but every now and again, you're gonna see a lot of dirt behind. We're taking the coils off. They're pretty easy on these old school stoves. And then we're gonna take the burner pans out. As you can see, I did that in one super quick fluid motion because I've been doing this a million times. It ends up being pretty darn quick and easy. So this one doesn't need too much with the green scrubby. That's good. Then you're going to take your wet rag. Grab that dry rag. All right, these you're gonna need to hit with the green scrubby, each individual one. If it's in good shape, it might not need it. Most of them will, at least for a little bit. And place it in. Some of these might need a little Bone-A-Me in there too, if it's hard to come off. This stove is one of the older stoves that are going to be around, so some of it doesn't come up. You'll get used to that. And that will also be on the checklist. Like, hey, you can get some of it up, but you can't get all of it up. Depends on what stove we're working on. Then you put the coils back. Wipe this little tray down. And another reason for going in a circle, I just set all that stuff on what is a dirty counter. It would be kind of counterintuitive to set it on a counter that you've already cleaned, because then you're gonna have to clean it twice. So with drying racks, this will be on your checklist as well. Some clients want us to empty the drying rack or a dishwasher, and some don't. In this case, we're gonna go ahead and do it. The one rule with putting away dishes is to, if you don't know where its home is, just go ahead and leave it out. We don't wanna mess up our client's system if they have any. Obviously, got some wooden spoons here. So right here, we want to move this aside, and this could be pretty dirty, so you want to shake it onto the floor. Wipe behind it. Some drying racks look like they've got some buildup in them. This one looks like it's in pretty good shape, so you're okay. Just a quick wipe down. But you might need to take this in the sink, hit it with the green scrubby. All right, now that you did that, it's time to hit the cupboards. Just do a spot clean of each cupboard. You don't have to go crazy on it. Just look for some staining. Top of the hood. Even like around little switches. Then we're gonna head to the bottom of the cabinets. You wanna hit all the fronts of the appliances and cabinets, but in interest of time, we're just gonna head to the stove. So you wanna pull the towels off. Looks like we're gonna need a bristle brush here. Great that the bucket's right next to me, easy to access. Sometimes you might even need the bristle brush up top. All right, set these in the bucket. You want to fold the towels nicely back. Another one of those touches, those details that the clients are gonna notice. All towels in all rooms, bathroom, kitchen, all pillows fluffed. And another one, you wanna make sure all drawers are pushed in, all cupboards, always, closets. Awesome, well that's the kitchen so far. So next, let's head to the bathroom.